There's your intro, guys. Don't get too spoiled.
Yes.
We're gonna go over the Tome of Annihilation.
Woo!
A bit. I mean, we've already, for the most part, gone over some, some of the, journal entries and all that stuff, so we're not gonna go over all that, but, and that was the map dice tray. If you want to get that, you can also pre-order that. Look at that little shine as you open the page.
Oh, yeah.
Then again, we have this. We actually have a map up there that it matches pretty well up top there.
Mm-hmm.
So this area is Jandar's Thalank sort of area. Well, actually, just here's the Thalank area of Jandar. Then Nostralund is here. That's Jandar. Lauer, I think, is Jandar. Elswyn, Jutengar, Ekstrom, Ostrovik, and so I think this is kind of Vidar's region. This is kind of Ular's region. I know this is Einar's region right here. His capital is like right there, according to the map.
According to the map.
So then you got some over here. That's Hawkland, which I think was Ular's, they said, or something. All I know is it is Valaric's area now.
Yeah, it's Valaric's now, yeah.
Where'd Revna go to? Was that Anund, maybe?
Yeah, Anund, one of the lower spots.
Anund, I think, was Vidar's, but Anund is where Revna resides now, and she's allied with him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So then you got Volker and Wasteland, that's Utgar. Bleakwood is Utgar. And then over here you got the jungles of Takala. So over here you got Aquila. So although the alliance, I think Ular and Aquila is the best, just the good guys, the nature-loving, like trying to keep Valhalla nice for everybody. And they've always been good guys. I find that like the best alliance. Unfortunately, their lands are also split far apart here and here.
Yes.
So that's all the way across the world. So I wasn't really considering that, but that could be a weakness in the lore that they're all the way apart
and
from
plus,
each
you have
other.
the volcanic area here, so really the easiest way to be cross-seeables at this point.
But here you got, you could do sea stuff, but here you got Revna and Vidar, and then Einar and Volaric are actually very far apart as well. So that is another weakness of theirs. They didn't really have much of a weakness either. They got the money and they're like kind of imperialistic type guys. So
Empire.
Guy and girl. But then Ular and Aquila. Then Jandar and Utgar are right next to each other, and they're kind of the big guys. But they're also right in the middle of everything. So they could be attacked from two fronts. They can support one another, but yeah. I don't know if anyone really has a great... Revna and Vidar have the best land. Einar and Volaric have the best money and supplies and people, like numbers and whatnot. Ular and Aquila are straight up the good guys and whatnot, and they have the strongest bond, I believe, but they're very far apart as well. So land makes the strongest two alliances probably not maybe the strongest, maybe more balanced. So that's interesting. Anywho, same old map. Tome of Annihilation. Not gonna read all that. Heroscape team. Yeah, it's just the Heroscape team talking there. Battle of all time. Because Heroscape is the battle of all time.
Oh, it really is. You got everything fighting each other.
That's art from the first box. Still looks good. So here's something. Oh, and it names them on this map too. So
I thought there would be a map here.
Yeah, so Sea of Sand, Jutengard. They got like cities and stuff named. But anyway, let's see here. Okay, so these are things named in some scenarios and stuff, and they're putting them here. So let's see if Meagle's Tomb. That would probably be... Oh, there it is. Somebody was pointing that out before on Tales of Valhalla, I think. But yeah, that's right there near the bottom of Lower. Meagle's Tomb, which is one of the, I think, first maps from like Rise of the Valkyrie. So that's neat. But yeah, let's see what else it just says. Maybe we can see. There's a sea, a bay, the Bitter Sea, Molten Sea. I didn't know if it would say any of the capitals, but it doesn't say that right here. But yeah, you got a lot of things here. Olar's Fortress, so that's something neat. So 22. Okay, so Olar's in Ekstrom as well.
Which makes sense now when I was saying that.
So I
fell out of her.
But I thought Olar was over here. So maybe Olar is here and here.
I thought remember Utgard was over here, I thought.
No. Utgar's in Bleakwood.
Huh.
And, and Volcaren.
Mm-hmm.
Elsewhere is definitely not Utgar.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Olar must be there and there. So he actually does have some land pretty close to them. Not right next to it, but...
Yeah, take an ocean route.
Still some distance. Hawkland, New Hawkland. So... 20 and 21? Hawkland and New Hawkland? So we got Hawkland over there. Where's 20 and 21 at? Ah, Ostrovik. So that's also where Volark was doing some things, which is interesting because that's like right in Revna and Vidar's area, basically. And they're kind of opposites with tech and historical things, so I think they'll be fighting a lot. I also think Revna and Vidar will be fighting Aquila and Ular a lot, because Aquila and Ular will be fighting the Einar. Volark one a lot, because they just have so many differences, where Jandar and Utgar might get away with some things, because no one really has quarrels with Jandar, although with the Utgar team being part of them, maybe people will be fighting them because of that.
Yes.
So, the Wellspring of Obsession, that's way over here in Ekstrom. So that's where a lot of this stuff takes place with like Thormoon on the map right there. So that's interesting. Right on the Bitter Sea, Bay of Sorrows area there. And everybody's kind of there. Like Volark was here, so Einar would be, and surrounded over there. Revna and Vidar's here. This is Olar's territory, so they're right there. So it's kind of in the middle of a lot of things. Fields of Rust. That was for that one. So Fields of Rust was like where there's like Solborg pieces and they had those Rust Walkers and stuff. That's right here. And the edge of Vidar's and Utgar's territory. The Forgotten Forest. Forgotten Forest is an old one.
You're right, that was an old one.
That should be... maybe not. Ah, okay, that's way over here, the Forgotten Forest. Huh. I don't remember anything about it, though, but it does sound familiar. Durgeth Swamps, 41. That would be Einar's area. Lynn's farm here. So that's where, what's-her-face, what's that Durgeth that can change species and everything?
Sure, right.
Durnipia.
Durnipia, thank you.
Yeah, she's from that area, and that's where Einar wiped out her whole species.
And she betrayed the rest of them just so she could live. And continue her work.
Caraway Cavern, 44. Caraway Cavern. Caraway. So all the 40s are over here. Ah, there it is. Right by the Molten Sea, and that's the Dreadnoughts of Caraway Cavern, so they obviously have a bit to do with this little area. And that's in Kinsland, which is Olar's area, even though they are Utgar, but it is close to his area. And they're technically Thormund's guys now, so, you know. Just areas on the sea that are being attacked by the pirates. Moon Lake 49. That Takala jungle is Aquila's area, and Moon Tribe is their thing, so Moon Lake makes sense. That's right here, along with other Aquila stuff. Her wellspring is there, so all pretty close. 54 there. So that's all cool. Yeah, pictures. Here's Thormund. What is that? Is that one of those amulets? According to the visions of Valkyrie Jandar, and Valkyrie, who collects all 15 of the Wellspring amulets, will gain full control of the Wellspring visions and powers, basically.
Oh, that's part of the original lore.
For those who have been summoned to Valhalla, this serves as their only hope of returning home, but some have darker ambitions. So, of all the Wellsprings, these amulets, maybe they were dipped in the water or something, but they have the abilities of them, and they wear them, so he has something there on him. But yeah, got some stones there. It's called it has a series of 15 alcoves, one of which holds an amulet. Okay, so each major wellspring has an underground chamber. Okay, and they have 15 stones to represent the 15 wellsprings and the 15 amulets, and each has one amulet in it. So that's interesting. So they're all connected in that way. That is the wellspring of obsession, I believe. Maybe? I don't know. It said something about Thormund's discovery, so. It says it's Jandar's wellspring, though. So I don't know. This photo shows a tree, maybe a dragon up there, and some little Kyrie flying overhead, and there's Taylord. That's Taylord. So this would be the picture without even reading it, but here it says Taylord leads that too. But I could tell just by looking, that's Taylord burning down Raylan's family's village. And then here you have the heights of everybody. So you got Sergeant Drake, who's probably average or a little taller than a regular person. Concan, who's he would be a very, very tall person. But then you got Jandar, who's just taller than probably any human who's ever existed. So, with his big weapon there and metallic wings and stuff.
Jandar.
Here's the actual picture again, which is cool. He has cloth that's his color. He's got like thicker knight type armor and whatnot. So that's neat. That's all neat. White wings. It talks about the alliance they're in. Or no, that was the alliance that they were in to defeat Utgar, I think. But then, yeah, it ends up, it talks about them a bit all the time in each of these Valkyrie pages. A mighty warrior, Jandar can hold his own in combat. He was the previous wielder of Sergeant Drake's katana of Thorian and used it to single-handedly hold off Utgar's hordes of Nostraland's revered Willenshire tombs in the early days of the war. So, yeah, Utgar was out doing things before Jandar decided to join. But it's kind of funny that he had Sergeant Drake's katana, because for him that would be pretty small, it would seem like.
What's the sword's like one of the things that it grows in size of the wielder.
I doubt that. But then it tells about heroes that follow them, so you obviously have the main two of the whole thing here. Ular here. He has some pretty big wings compared to his body size. But it's talking about he has an inventive enchanter. Ular has a particular affinity for designing traps and mechanisms, which makes me think of dwarves, even though he has elves. But protectors wield crossbows of his own design. He has even been known to tinker with some of the ranged weapons Offworlders have brought with them in order to enhance their range and power. Interesting. So yeah, he likes having technology and range, kind of like Vidar apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But he works on it himself instead of other people, I guess. But then we got the main sort of people in the stories, Sonlin and Ziamara and Milky. So that's pretty cool. You have, yeah, as we like to say, he thinks of him as kind of a god or something.
Yeah.
Einar here. I do like Einar's army and everything a lot, and I think he looks really cool, but he's definitely kind of full of himself.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got gold and purple to show he's royalty, which his family has always been rich there, it says. His freaking armor and colors and everything do look really, really cool, though. He's got some brown wings, a little darker complexion than the others, and then, yeah, it says shows of wealth and power. Einar likes to wear his wealth as a display of his status and the glory of his house. Some of his jewelry has been passed down for 5 generations of archery in Lynn's farm. So, yeah.
That's a different generation.
So, yep, he's been rich for a long time, and he is kind of full of himself for that. And his army sort of reflects how he wants to hold his, I don't know, imperial type power and whatnot. And that is with now Scoredire and ninjas and whatnot, assassins and warriors. Vidar here. He has a cool high-techy look. Maybe slightly smaller wings, but darker wings. Cool looking weapon there. It's kind of high-tech. Some more recent, like, metallic and leather armor. Maybe not. Kind of like agent type stuff, but maybe not what you would see, like, soldiers wearing and whatnot. But still can block damage, I'm sure, and whatnot. But it doesn't say a lot for him. Enhanced wing armor, that's all it says. Vidar's Kyries sometimes wear technological wing enhancements that enable complete silence while in flight, which is why Queen Kyrian can disengage, I guess. Maybe. I think she can just... Yeah, she has stealth fly.
So, yes.
Yeah. And there's Queen Kyrian there. And there's Q11.
Now this, I think people like to see.
And I don't know what that thing is. Oh, that's Heimdall Station.
Yes.
Okay. So that's the space station that Vidar has made, and it says he's gone or whatever, so he's probably there. I don't remember if it says where he is or whatever, but he's probably there studying some things, whatever that may be. So Revna has secrets, Vidar has secrets. They're going down into the caverns to find some secrets of the Citadel. I don't know if that's the secrets he's finding, but that's Heimdall Station.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and it's, well, right here it says, before his disappearance, Vidar built Heimdall Station, a space station that sits high in Valhalla's atmosphere, to spy on the surface and deploy deflectatrons to reinforce his soldiers wherever they require it. While his science team work on mysterious new projects, Heimdall Station is only accessible to Vidar's inner circle, though not all members of the circle even know the identity of the other members. Some believe that this station is where Vidar has gone, while others theorize that he may have delved from Montfrey Manor's hidden caverns into the depths of the seemingly endless caverns of Murkheim below. So he is either in the space station or he could be himself down in the ground. So either way, he's doing something somewhere. And nobody knows. There's Utgar's lava amulet, which is why he's not dead, people are saying. Because he got a wing cut off and whatnot, but he's probably still alive. It says, on leathery wings, which he does have leathery red wings, no feathers. The Kyrie of Bleakwood tend to have large wings of tendon membrane, and bone rather than more flammable feathers, and come in a variety of colors, including red, blue, beige, and purple. Which the odd thing about that is when I heard somebody read that, Queen Kirion has blue skin. And some of Utgar's people have bluish and purple skin, so... And I think Revna also does, I believe. We'll get to her page, but they could be masquerading, but really be fighting for Utgar. And there's Raylan, Evil One, and Leviathan. Let's just skip really quick to see what color. Yeah, see, she has blue skin. And even though she took out Utgar, maybe...
You mean, Valkyrie?
Well, she helped take out Utgar.
Oh, yeah.
She was fighting with him. With his armies, anyway. But, anywho, so yeah. Now to Aquila. She has a really cool feathery armor and whatnot. Much smaller wings. She's probably a smaller Valkyrie because she's newer and whatnot. But cool, eagle-y looking outfit. Guardians of Nature. The ceremonial armor worn by the Moon Tribe's priests is made from materials reclaimed from the jungle, including bones, feathers, and bark. It represents the Moon Tribe's connection to the nature that they protect and their status as guardians of the land. Then you got the whole team of you got Dryan and Zenchia, the biggest dragon, the Vine Weaver, or whatever. Yeah, then we go to Revna. So again, yeah, she has like blue skin. So maybe she came from Utgar's lands, at least. She has some sort of connection in some way, I bet. Even though she took him out just like she took out Valkyrie. And there you can see her. She has a leathery type cape with holes in it, and even the little bony kind of ends that some of them have. And that's literally Valkyrie's wings that she ripped off when she killed him.
Yeah, it says that in the little corner here, too.
Yep, well, it says Revna still wears Valkyrie's wings. Oh, it says Valkyrie now. They never said that before. That's really weird. They must have found it legal then or something. But it says a fearsome trophy. Revna still wears Valkyrie's wings as decoration and as a reminder of her fearsome capabilities in combat. So now they mentioned him, so maybe they'll mention something else.
Who knows?
Anyway. You got a couple of the Kyrie that she has there. Looking, well, one of them's blue as well. One of them is pale. So makes you wonder who they were before they were brought back. Who they were with and whatnot. You have Viscerat here. And the Queen. A couple of the big leaders she has. And you got Volaric. Kind of the newest one. Slightly newer than Revna. She's got her metallic wings with multicolored feathers. That look really nice because she's not really the fighter. And then it says clockwork enhancement. The Kyrie of Hawkland have begun to augment their wings with clockwork braces designed by Vord engineers that allow them to fly farther and for longer periods. So she's not the only Kyrie. Obviously, she has gotten some other Kyrie to follow her because it mentions the Kyrie of Hawkland. It wouldn't say that if it was only her. So she's got some of her own, just like all the other armies. So that's neat. But Volaric's big push. You got Zed Nesbit because he was bringing everybody in. Tuck's a nice hero. He's kind of my favorite one to use anyway. And you got the orcs there. They're only bonding guys. Enforcing their rule. And then the last army, Thormund's army. And Thormund himself, who we have now. He's got his armored wings. But you can't. Oh, there's the lettering. You can see the lettering again. I keep showing this because I'm wondering what it says. But anyway, he's got a little bit more tattered, but big, like, feathery black wings, and kind of looks like a Santa Claus suit, but it's just to keep him warm, probably. I think he's from Jandar's lands, anyways, originally. But yep, he's got his patch and everything, and then over here you got all his pirates. You got his top pirate, the Admiral, one of the other pirates who is helping his army grow, the Crimson Widow, Fiabani, kind of the best battling pirate, and Killian Vane, who isn't a captain, but for his points he can dish out some damage.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Bach Berna, who's one of the captains, and what was it? Cornelius Breach. So he's not a cap. Well, he is. I think no, he's not a captain on his paper. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a pirate hero, I think. But he can overthrow the captain in the lore. He attempts to, and then he gets tortured by Iron Lich, Viscerat, and whatnot. So I know Tales of Valhalla Ryan thinks they're maybe turning him Messenic or something while they're looking into his mind. You got a whole pirate location inside of a cave in a cavern. Kind of looks like a Skyrim area.
Kind of does, doesn't it?
That's cool. And then you got worlds. Earth. America. A watery world. The 23rd century. So they're talking about the future a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're still having war by the year 2210. Much of the world's destroyed. There's been environmental catastrophes. And human industry is harming the environment, it looks like. And they left Earth, leading to them making civilizations on Mars. So maybe we'll see Martians or something. Some crazy bugs or aliens on that planet. You got Drake here, talks about his stuff. You got Carr here talking about some stuff, because they're from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And what was also from Earth, which you might not have known, is the Grave Grims, because they're like a Norse mythology type thing, that area, European or whatever. But yeah, grim mystery. Earth is full of surprises, even to those who were summoned from there. The Grave Grims that Revna has called into her armies were spirits regarded in Earth folklore for centuries, but where did they really come from? So maybe they came from somewhere other than Earth, to Earth or something. Phaland, which is the world of the dwarves and elves and the fairy tale creatures. It looks sort of like Earth, but it has like a Saturn ring on it.
And
like
two moons.
Kind of a light one. Yep, it has the twin moons of harvest, it says. Phalan has 2 moons, referred to as the twin moons of harvest. The moons are said to have great magical significance and affect the power of Phalan's vicious wolf packs with their waxing and waning. Ooh. So imagine werewolves like moons, but now they have them twice as often and a quarter of the time. They're probably out at the same time, giving them even more power.
Oh boy.
Legends say these moons are home to the Seelie and Unseelie courts of the Phalan's first children, who have not been seen since the First Age. 1 second. So it says there's legends say the first people there were Seelie and Unseelie. So there's Seelie beings, whatever that means, and Unseelie. It almost seems like the seen and the unseen or something. It's kind of weird. But anyway, then you got Savaris here from Phaland. His newer image. Some stories of him and Sonlin, the major heroes. And you have Wayland trees, which we haven't seen anything about that, but they look like magical trees with like platforms like the Ewoks have and elves kind of would think they have. Many elven cities like Ashra, the warriors of Ashra, are built in the boughs of Wayland trees. These massive white-barked trees play a significant role in elven life, and each part of them sees use. Their bark is used in crafting and the staffs of wizards, as well as blessed banners with miraculous healing properties. Cool. Planet Mar. There's a lot of lore with Mar. That's interesting though. So Mar is home to the Morrow, but they also had Raptarians. They also had Vipers, which we know who they are, and they also had Gorillinators like Primadons, and this guy's a Primadon, the pirate. But apparently they also had this other dreadnought being, which is called a Selakians.
Makes you wonder there's an ocean on that planet then.
Well, probably. I mean, there's swamps.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe there's there could be a cleaner side and a more swampy side, maybe.
There you go.
But, yeah. Didn't know about them. So there's lots of creatures there anyway, and they're always making war on each other. But you got the warriors of the Morrow, the Drudge, the Morrow warriors, the drones. You have the leadership of Morrow, which is the warlords and war witch, Kimoshi and all them. And the hive lords, Wosaga, Torkolna, and the new Kariga, I believe. I think so. And then hive minds, they have a hive, Morrow hive. Yep, it didn't show it, but yep. And then we got the world of Grut, which is strictly, from what I remember, orc world. Not a lot of color there. A lot of dust, it looks like, according to this thing as well. But they have walking cities. So that's interesting. So they were talking about that, like, wouldn't that be cool if there was some kind of special map that had some of that in it or whatever. Beast Keepers, that's one of the new ones. But it also shows, I think someone was talking about, like, mammoths or something. I think that maybe they were reading through this and said something about a mammoth somewhere. But whether it did or not, we have an image of a giant, long-necked, armored, spiky dinosaur. So that would be freaking nuts, whether someone was on it or not. And then an ankylosaurus walking supplies. I doubt we would see a figure like that, but that's neat.
Who knows?
I mean, it'd be kind of funny, I guess. Alpha Prime. So you got, like, laser beam looking things all over it, or maybe things were destroyed or something. Isadora, which is its moon. It looks like a Death Star or an eyeball. That is a neighboring planet. Oh, neighboring planet. And it has been colonized by the Zeti Combine, the Zetians perhaps, and is used to house any remaining organic meridians that are discovered on Alpha Prime in an effort by the Zeti Combine to rid the planet of them entirely. So I think basically the Zetian type Deathwalkers and everything, maybe, that's like a jail world where they are keeping the Meridians prisoner. On Isadora, they are put to work in labor camps overseen by cruel mechanical wardens. So Warden 816 and some others are keeping them in working concentration camps there, basically. The machines are holding the living people hostage there. So that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good, dude.
Soul cores? So that must be the souls that the Soul Borgs have. Yeah, it looks like it. Huh. I guess I'll read that. In the heart of every Soulborg and Soul Core, a powerful vessel that contains the soul of the Meridian within. Oh. However, as the Zeti Combine discovered, the Soul Core can also introduce erratic behaviors such as kindness, which the Combine believes must be eradicated through careful programming overrides. So, the souls of the Meridian people are put into these machines, and the bad guys, like the Deathwalker type guys, are trying to make them more machine, and it makes you wonder if their souls and they're just watching everything they do and they can't control it.
Oh gosh, that's terrifying.
They're mowing people down and they don't want to. Killing their own families. The Great Forges, where they make things, obviously. I'll let you guys read that yourself at some point. I'm not going to go through everything because you can get it yourself. I chose. Oh. Zetacron, okay. He has a little thing here. It says he chose to become a Soulborg willingly. That's interesting. But I will let you guys read that yourself as well, because that's a lot. And Tales of Valhalla, again, we'll be reading that, and I'm sure some others might be. Laid to Waste. That image looks really cool. That's a really cool image of some Omnicrons and a Deathwalker that doesn't look like anyone we have, I don't think. I think it looks a bit like 8,000, but instead of the rocket hand, the left hand looks like another machine gun type thing. So maybe we'll get another one on top of Deathwalker 10,000. I love running the Omnicrons with Taylord, though. It's a really deadly army.
Ikaria.
Ikaria. Yep, and it's all colorful. Here's an image of a dragon. Kind of a Mimring or Charos looking dragon with little scions around it, apparently. Cool. In the Company of Dragons. That looks like a really big... 2 dragons, I suppose. Looks like a Braxis and a... almost Nilfheim, but dark. It's kind of weird. Icarians spend their lifetime worried about the actions of dragons as the favor of their protector turning sour, or the rise of a new, even bigger carnivore that can mean life or death for their clans. Thus, it is wise to treat all dragons, even their obnoxious young offspring, with respect. Oh my. And look how tiny these people are.
Oh, yeah.
There's people down here.
Oh, look, a dragon.
And they look itty bitty. Like, Mimring is nowhere near the size of some of these dragons. All the dragons we have don't look that big. That's crazy. Maybe we'll get a dragon the size of this map.
Oh, that would be insane.
Also, you have 3 new things from this world. The Scions, the Great Bow Archers, because they hunt dragons, and the Molten Crustaceans.
Crabs.
Nox Dorma.
The Shattered World.
Apparently. It looks like it got blown up.
Yeah.
And it does talk about that with the Ascenics. Their world's like destroyed and something within it was eating it or something, I think. So Iron Lich like left all his Reavers behind and whatnot, which is why the Reavers become Vidar followers. Because they said screw him and this big centipede freak. But apparently the bears are also from there. So they must have been still somewhere up here, and Jandar was like, you know what, I'm taking you off this planet. And even Utgar took maybe from down here those other bears off the world. And the Vords are from there. If you remember, they were gonna be able to bond with bears and stuff too. So anyway, interesting. And there's a lot of people that think the Vords become the Ascenics, so this is even further kind of saying that that might be a thing. But fuel for the future. That is probably that stuff. Warning: volatile property of Eisen Labs. Yeah, that's the Silene. Noxdormo is rich with Silene. So that's the stuff that Lich shoots at his guys to make them faster and stronger and whatnot. So that's interesting. Cities of brass and gold. That's pretty crazy. They're just mechanical cities, which makes sense because the Vorad were very industrial, and those guys are made of like robotic pieces and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Reminds me of like the Third World and Wizard 101 a little bit, but even more machine-like. Arboreus. Literally, you can just see lots of giant trees, like huge, because you're looking at the world and you can see trees sticking out this far. Those are freaking massive.
Those are huge.
Yeah. And of course, yeah, the wizards and the Dryan are from there, so and are the little guys as well. So those guys who turn the beasts who turn into giant creatures like that, they're all the same. Like, so Channa could turn giant. He used to be small. Alucia. Those two are literally the same thing, but this one became a wizard. That one used to be smaller. That one used to be smaller, which I was listening to something at work, and that sounds like a undead deer type thing. Like, how are they calling it? There's something weird in lore from places, even in America, that kind of looks like the description. But apparently these bugs are also from Ouroboros. That's right. So, yeah, the wizards and the bugs, I think, were like kind of enemies. Valhalla. Very Earth-like, but has like space stars in its atmosphere or something. And Andvari, a ring planet called Andvari, is visible in Valhalla skies like Saturn, although the furthest the Kyrie have gone from Valhalla is Vidar's orbital Heimdall station. Some dream of exploring Andvari one day. Not an advisable dream, as Andvari is a type of planet called a gas giant and would instantly incinerate and burn any visitors. Oh. Well, I was going to say maybe Vidar will go there, but maybe not. Here you got Shiori, I believe. Leviatuk and Raylan, because they're a lot bigger than humans. And the Gelry from Valhalla, because they're all from Valhalla. Then you have the calendar. And... All right, we're going to try to decode Thormund's wings right now.
Oh, gosh.
It says Song of the Kyrie, but that is the alphabet, I believe. So we're going to pause for a second.
And the moment I saw you, like, stop there, I was like, yep.
I keep saying it. I keep looking at his wings. And it might be hard to see up in there, but... Ooh, yeah, it is pretty far. I wonder if there's an image I can go back to with Thormund. I could flip back and forth, even.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, he's right. I flipped right to him. Okay. It's fate, but I think I can't really see there. I wonder if there's another one somewhere. Maybe we can, wait, maybe we can...
Those look better on his back.
Okay, these might be alphabetical. Maybe I can find them. No. Not alphabetical. Darn. Oh, here's Thormund. I found him pretty quick again. There's the little figure. It's still hard to see a bit.
You actually see them on the back wings pretty good, actually.
Yeah, if it says the same thing, they're there. Oops. So, let's read what we can. Something that looks somewhat like an R in a way. Is that R? No. That one's kind of covered, so it's sort of hard. It could be like a P or something, too. A D, that would be a D. So... it's either D or L, the first letter. So, can you grab that pen? and grab a piece of paper from up there underneath the stuff. We're gonna try. Just that red one's fine. There. So right, P with an L under it because it might be that as well.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's what that would be. The next one here seems to be like a up arrow. I'm just gonna point it at this, you guys. The next one looks like an upward arrow. I think I kind of tried to do this before when I saw this, and it didn't really work out, but we're still going to try. The next one's probably either U or B, which is already weird. U wouldn't be, actually. You would not. You could go after P or L. So let's not B. Scribble B, yeah. It's probably U. That was the first one I saw on you that it looked like, so. All right, this one looks like an F, but at a downward angle. So let's see. Come on. Either J or D. No. So weird because none of these look exactly like what that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's an ancient language that's not the Kyrie language.
Could be.
Because then they have like something that looks like a straight line, all with like it looks like a Y, but the straight line part goes up through it, and that also is not there. Then there's an M and an X and a straight up P. P could be D here, but straight up capital M and an X, there's not even that there. So I think Thormund's wings are something ancient, like ancient runic language or something. And there is rune-looking things on his armor.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not the Kyrie current language, at least.
Could be an ancient form of it.
Yeah. And there is symbols on his hammer, too. But again, they're ones that are not on there. Kind of like Vikings. So maybe that's where the Vikings got their language.
Maybe. But they got their Valhalla or
Someone
Valkyries from.
Yeah, I mean, maybe someone should look up. You know what? You look up Viking symbols really quick. This really looks like Viking language anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell, but yeah. Those look like Viking symbols to me. What do you guys think? Anybody know? If you know, put it in the comments what it is, or, figure out exactly what it says. Translate what this says on his wings. And his hammer has a couple little symbols there as well. And it's different on the backside, but it's hard to see in the camera.
Those look a little better to you?
Oh, yeah.
A lot better, don't they?
Because the capital M is what that Y with the line through it looks like. So let's put that down, and then you can rewrite this stuff.
Okay.
We'll put it next to their language, because it does look somewhat similar, but definitely different. So first letter is... Still, I can only see part of it, so give me a second here. It's definitely... Ooh. Well... It's hard to tell. Dang it. I guess just put B and under it put a question mark because we don't know. And scribble those other ones out that you wrote.
Oh, I figured.
All right, now we have that up-facing arrow-looking letter. Uh-oh. This might not be right either. The freaking M is definitely on there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it. So let's put... We said that might be... Well, just put another question mark for now.
Question mark.
The next one's that F with the angle. It looks kind of like the opposite of the O here. But like the L, but with an extra line. Dang it. I thought we were onto something here.
I thought so too.
So maybe another question mark, because then it's an M for sure. And then that, it looks just like an X. Oh, and that's down at the bottom. That's AE symbol. That's alpha. That's alpha.
Alpha.
So put A and draw like an E, like it's attached to the A. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Just no, not a line down. The end of the A is the E.
Okay, let me write.
So that line is the E letter. Yeah.
Okay.
So put one at the bottom and the top, like an E would have.
Oh, I got you now.
Yeah. And then he has a P type letter again, which I think we didn't see.
We are bound to figure this out. We'll be the first.
Put a question mark again. Maybe we'll find it on another thing, though. Now this one, I think I saw. This one is L. Next is like an S, but straight edges. So almost like that Z, but not with the little lines. Oh.
What about C? What's like angle different?
Not really, yeah. It's not like that. It's close to that. But if C is similar and Z is similar, it probably makes a S sound. But for now, put a question mark.
Yeah.
And then there is a almost lowercase looking N, but without curvature. UV or W, perhaps? No. All right, what else do we got? Runes for beginners. Okay. Oh, she has the N thing there and the P thing. Okay, so you did Viking language, right?
Yeah, I did runes. Viking runes.
Okay. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, yeah. Okay. This looks better. This looks way better.
Oh, even better. So we're on the right
let's
track.
start over. Okay. So
everyone, you're on a ride with us. This is what people who like decode languages have to deal with. It's so much fun.
All right, I'm gonna find this letter here. I know it. If not, I know I see a lot of the other ones on here.
That's good.
So yeah, I still don't know the first one, so just put question mark for the first one, and it's covered, so that doesn't help. So put question mark separate from all that, like move over somewhere.
Okay, so I'm over here. Okay.
And then the up arrow is here. I saw it. The up arrow. That's a T. So put T. Okay. Now there's like an F slanted. That is an A. Now there's that Y with the line going all the way up through it, which is Z.
Kaz.
Or EO. Oh yeah, that's the alpha symbol. So write EO under Z. Under.
Oh, sorry.
Write Z and then put EO under it.
Okay. All right, C here. And then...
That's the alpha symbol.
Okay.
Like you wrote over there.
Oh, so it's the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let me go back here again, too. So that up arrow could also be the first one that we wrote as a T. Could also be a D. But they sound pretty similar. T and D. So the one after that, we had A. The slanted F was an A. Oh crap, where'd it go? Well, that's the only time I think I saw it. So, then the Y with the thing that goes through it, which we said is Z or alpha symbol, could. I know that I know earlier I said it could be an M as well, but let's see what this says. Since this is more reliable. Yeah, this also has an M, so you can put an M under that as well. So it's Z, alpha, or M. I'm guessing alpha kind of makes some sense. But then there's one that looks like a capital M already. That is, it looks like an E. So put E, or let's see, E there as well. Yep, that's E. Okay, the one that looks like an X is G. Or palette, P-A-L-A-T. X. Is that it? Okay, yeah. Then there's one that looks like a P with no curve. That is W. Or W again. Okay. That's what that is. Then we have the line up with one line over. Sorry if you're not just listening. You're just staring at these, but maybe you're finding them with me. That looks like an I. That's an I. Yep, it looks like I again there, unless it's an L. It could be. Oh, they are in lowercase. It's probably actually L, but just put L below it. Okay. Yeah, they all have that same thing. The S with no curves is almost an E, but not. Oh, there it is. What is that? An S. It's an S. Yep.
It's a Nordic S.
And then you got the N that looks like no curves. That's a U for sure.
A U?
Yep. U there as well. And a U or an O there. So you can put an O below it.
Okay.
Now, since it's a new wing, since we went through all those, there's a gap. It probably is a different word, maybe, but you can put a space between it. And then we got an F with an angle, but it's angled up. That is F.
F is F.
Or V.
Or V, okay.
And then you got an up arrow again. Up arrow, up arrow, up arrow. Up arrow. T. And then you got whatever that is. EH. So write that EH.
Okay.
Then that symbol again. I think that was a T. No, no. This is the Z. Sorry, Z. Or M.
Or an M. Okay.
Or I believe it was the alpha symbol, but let me, yeah, the EO alpha symbol.
Okay.
Or wait. Oh, this says EO. Put EO underneath that too.
Okay.
And underneath the other spot where you have all those symbols.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then it goes up and down like that once. That was the, I think, L. So put L and under it put I because it could be that. Then there is a B looking symbol with no curves. That is H. No. That's B. That's B.
B is B.
Yep, B there as well. Now that says it's P or B, so put P underneath it. We're so close.
We're decoding it!
Now some of those are covered again. So we might actually be missing a few in the very beginning and the very end.
Mm-hmm.
But now we have that F that's upward angled, which was F, I believe. Or V. Then that one is W. W again. Okay. And the last one I can fully see is just a line, which is an I. Okay, that's I. Okay, so the ones that we had L, you can scribble I out.
Okay.
The other one was I above L, so you can scribble I out.
So this would add here.
And then line up and over like that, up and all the way down. We can see part of it. Up. Up and down. That I don't know. Not seeing anything. Then I'm wondering.
So the first and the last are questions.
The other side also is covering the beginning, so I think the other side had whole other letters. Maybe not. I can't really tell. I'm not going to read through it all again. Oh, it does have a different symbol there. Unless that's an X. It could be an X. It might be the same. But let's figure out what the back of the wings say now. So, Alex wrote this stuff. So, we obviously don't know what the first stuff was anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be ta or da. Damn. Eplat. Wolso.
It's like there's a bunch of
It's probably still Viking runic language, so now we probably actually have to get some kind of translation. We'll probably eventually be told what it says.
Person watching this from like Heroscape, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!"
Foten alpha. Yep, it's a whole nother language.
Yeah.
So you just waited all this time to not figure it out with us. But if you guys think you want to pause that part and see if you can translate what any of that may be, the things wrote underneath are the options that it may have been. Or maybe you just know what it says. Let us know. Because that just made a long video of nothing. So...
I love it. It's just funny. Everyone's like, we don't know.
I'm just going to call it translating Thormund's language and And then we just don't find out in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the whole timeline. I don't want to go through all that. And this is the characters. Cool. The art's cool, at least. You know, I'm not going to... Now, if the game was done, I'd go through and read all this. That's still one of the best arts there. The Wraith Riders. He's cool, too, though. Halusha. More figures. Kraken, Thorman. And, yep, that's all the maps and scenarios and stuff. So, and that goes, like, all the way back.
And then they have a bunch of journals, too, with some of them. Like Soundless Journal, which Tales of Hollow's been doing a lot of.
Well, those go with what's happening.
Oh, yeah, that too.
And then, yeah, back. Oh, yes, and that again. Secrets of the Citadel. We're still trying to figure out who this is.
That one I feel like is going to be interesting. He looks interesting.
And this. Yep. Dun, dun, dun. And somewhat of a black and white version of the thing we got. Dun, 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 dun. And that's the Heroscape tome. Thanks for sticking around.
Sorry for the decoding part.
Maybe you can help us.
Someone please help us.
We need to figure this out. But till then, see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.